Afterwards, there's a whole bunch of like shoe marks all over his body.
And they like this.
Oh, yes.
Oh, they love it. Okay.
They love it.
Ball busting?
Ball busting is exactly what it sounds like. It's basically kicking a guy in the nuts.
Full force. They don't hold
Whoa,
back.
hold on.
Yeah.
Full
Like, yeah,
force
it's
in the nads.
And also kicks and slaps and knees and punches and all that other good stuff.
Like somebody was like,
It's definitely
Jasmine, come over my house and punch me in the fucking face. Alrighty. How is everybody today? Welcome back to another great episode of Table Talks. I'm your host with the most, Kody Bernier.
I'm your co-host with arguably the least, Malik.
Arguably the least. And today we have a female guest on the podcast, Jasmin Jai.
Hi.
So for people who don't know who you are, let's go ahead and dispel these myths real quick. Who are we, ma'am?
Okay, well, as you said before,
you take it off if you want. Go ahead.
my name is Jasmin Jai, and I'm a business owner. I'm also a stripper, fetish model, and producer, and a whole of other things. But
Heck yeah.
usually just like to tell people I'm a hustler.
I told him, I was
You're
like,
like
dude,
a Renaissance woman,
Yes,
if you will.
modern
Like-
day Renaissance woman.
kind of do it all.
Yeah.
I do.
I told him, I was like, dude, like, yeah, she's a stripper, but like she owns a booking company. You just told me you own a house that you're renovating out for Airbnb.
I do.
Yeah, you're a
And
Making moves.
also, I heard that on the last podcast, you guys were talking about like crypto.
Ah, yes.
I also have investments.
I saw you posted something on
in
your story.
crypto.
She
Yeah.
said something about it was like the crypto market or something.
Yeah, I got an email yesterday because I use Circle Pay. Have you guys? It's like a Venmo or a PayPal.
Yeah.
But they were saying that they are just changing over to cryptocurrency within the next couple months. So if you have like money in your
Yeet.
account, you need to get rid of it.
He loves it.
I
He
was
could
like,
talk about
duh.
it for days.
But I actually have like miners at my house, so I'm like actually mining it.
Holy
That's why. Yeah, that's why
shit.
you post something about like blockchain. I
Yeah.
don't know what that is.
Yeah.
It's
The
all-
podcast is taking a new direction. Let's go.
I mean,
you know,
it's
like you
confusing.
you do fetish porn, right?
Yes.
His fetish is crypto.
Crypto?
Yeah.
That's funny. I was
Fucking
thinking.
talk dirty to me.
I mean, yeah, I could be naked next to a miner. Like, oh,
I really think the alt season's about to come around the corner. Yes.
Blockchain.
do you have money invested in it, or?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I'm in there.
Which coins?
I do a lot of big cap alts. I literally go into this all day. But I have a pretty balanced portfolio. Like some's in Bitcoin. I'm one of the people who believe in like XRP. Like
Okay.
I know they can get annoying. I have a little Litecoin because they have a halving event coming up.
I have
And
Litecoin too.
to stop from going
No, I
even
don't-
further,
I'm
I have
just
like
like-
APL.
It's like, do you know what
Telcoin,
he's talking about?
IOTA. Like I'm in there.
He'll
Well,
be
that's
at
cool.
work and he'll just be like, dude, my blockchain's about to hit 15%. And I'm like,
That's awesome, though.
okay.
Yeah, like
It is pretty cool. I wish I could get into
I mean,
it
people
more.
are like, I don't get it, and it's like, dude, you better get on board
It's the
now.
future.
I think it's going to
currency.
be a global currency here shortly.
Yeah.
Because it is. Because it's decentralized, and people don't want to deal with American government and the U.S. dollar anymore.
Yeah. It is
Especially with
really
the
annoying.
just ridiculous inflation rates. It's a deflationary
It's a buyer's
currency.
market.
Like, and it is still. We're in the.
Okay,
but to
so,
keep from going.
Yeah, I did
Sorry.
want to. No. I want to, but I just
But
want
we're
to
right.
ask you. So you said you're also into like fetish porn.
Yes.
What is fetish porn? I know like fetish is like a
It's
weird
like-
thing that people are into, right?
Yeah.
It varies based on the fetish.
Well,
Like-
okay, so a lot of times so that's where I started. Because I also do adult actual like boy girl porn as well. But like a lot of times people tend to think that when I say fetish, that also means that I'm like fucking people, which is not at
Okay.
all. Like,
So you
the
just
truth.
do like what their fetish is?
Yeah. Okay. So basically, like, I own my own clip store. Have you ever heard of like Clips for Sale or like
Yeah,
Many
yeah.
Vids?
Many vids I've
Okay.
definitely
It's
heard.
basically a
yeah.
Yeah.
Duh. So it's like a platform where people can upload and then people pay to download their videos. And I have my own stores on a couple of other platforms. And so I have my own stores where I upload my own clips, and then I also work for other producers who work, nationwide or whatever. So like they could book me to be their model in whatever their niche is. So I've done everything from like bondage to trampling, ball busting.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, those
wait,
ball
wait.
bustings get wild. Like, I'm not gonna say it's like, oh god.
What is
Yeah.
trampling?
So trampling is basically, so I have this one producer, he's local in Atlanta that I work with, and I will basically like literally jump up and down like on his body. Yeah, like, and I'm not even talking
he
like
gets off on
lightly.
that?
Yes.
Stop.
Yes. Or like in heels, I will actually like dig my heels into like his stomach regions. Like I will stomp.
Is there ever like like an accident that happens? Like,
No.
Like blood or stab
No,
him?
I mean afterwards, there's a whole bunch of like shoe marks all over his body.
And they like this.
Oh yes.
Oh, they love it. Okay.
They love it.
Ball busting.
Ball busting is exactly what it sounds like. It's basically kicking a guy in the nuts.
Full force. They
Full
don't
force.
hold
Whoa,
back.
hold on.
Yeah.
Full
Like, yeah,
force
it's-
in the nabs.
And also kicks and slaps and knees and punches and all the other good stuff.
Like somebody was like,
It's definitely
Jasmine, come over my house and punch me in
Actually,
the fucking
more
face.
than you think,
Wait,
too.
really?
Yeah.
More like of those scenes than like traditional porn scenes.
Well, I've had a lot of people just like contact me and ask me, because I'll do sessions here or there, like in person with people, and I've had a lot of people with that genre contact me. But like I used to do a lot of those clips on my store because I worked with a guy who was into that. So it was a good category for me for a while. But then he started dating someone. He was like, I can't film with you anymore. I was like, damn it!
That was actually one of my questions.
How selfish of you to
I know.
start like
He was
having
like, I feel bad for doing this behind my girlfriend's
fucking
back.
dick.
I was like,
Let me ask you this: like porn stars who are in a relationship, how does that work?
I mean, there
it's just
are
work?
a lot of us in healthy relationships. I've had my own too. There are a lot of girls in the industry that'll like flip flop in and out because they're like, oh, I got a boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. But like, for me personally, like I don't really believe in like monogamy and stuff like that. So
Okay.
my takes on relationships are a little bit different.
Yeah.
Like,
I would imagine like a lot of like porn stars are.
I
Like,
mean, some are very much like, oh, we're monogamous, but it's work, which I
Yeah.
mean, literally it is, but that's the part that a lot of people just
couldn't-
can't handle because at the end of the day, like I'm going to work. Like,
boss
I'm
was
gonna
riding
do
my ass today.
work. Yeah, literally. Yeah, some people can't handle it.
It's too much. Yeah. Okay. I did want to ask you, like,
Mm-hmm.
we're kind of talking about it so you have a friend that does a porn where like he acts like he's fucking or he's the fan or he's fucking a fan, right?
Yeah,
You know those like fake taxi?
I've heard of it.
It's basically a taxi driver rides around and picks up girls.
Yeah.
Are those all fake too?
I mean,
It's all
I'm pretty
porn
sure
fake.
that's all like
Is it
yeah,
all
that's all
augmented
fake.
reality?
That's clearly
I mean,
fake.
I don't want to believe it's fake, but
You
I
think just random taxi passengers want to have sex every time?
you never know. Some of them, if they are fake, their acting is amazing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the point. I mean, it's supposed to seem like it's real. I mean, that's just like how reality TV is, like on cable
Yeah,
or whatever. I think a long time people thought that was real, but I mean, nowadays, you know that a lot of it's at least somewhat
Yeah.
scripted.
I get kind of bummed out the fact
know.
that these things aren't real. What are other things that like people think are real but they're actually fake?
Penises.
Actually, well, like a lot of the porn I've done, there's no like cum shots involved and stuff
Wait,
like that.
wait, what?
Sometimes it's not involved or like, and that's what I was kind of like wondering. Like, okay, so you guys watch porn,
Yeah.
like,
yeah, that's safe to say.
so like, why would
Looks
that?
like I doubled up
Yeah.
today, actually.
Why would that part be important, anyways, to a guy? Right?
Because it's sort of you're living vicariously through that person, so it's the idea that it's you finishing.
Okay,
Yeah.
so do like penises like matter when you're watching porn? Like, I don't like this guy.
No, I'm not.
Well, I mean,
I'm not looking at it for the peen.
Yeah.
it's almost it's almost it represents your penis. You know, it's like the protagonist of a story. You see yourself in that protagonist.
I don't want to.
of this.
Yeah.
I don't want to speak for other guys. I mainly look for the girl and like if there's a penis in it. I mean, I don't know. I don't really watch a lot of like lesbian porn. Doesn't really do much for me. Some guys are different. But I don't know. I guess just like
You're putting
traditional
yourself in their
traditional
shoes.
D and P is what Like to see.
What? B and P?
D and P.
Oh, I was like,
I guess like P and V. Penis.
I mean,
vagina.
really, there's a lot of different terms for those things these days.
There really is. So a lot of scenes that you shoot, there's no like, they just want penetration.
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm very particular about who I shoot like actual penetration with.
Sometimes I wonder, some of these scenes, like the girls are like not having fun.
You got to have actor-actress chemistry, you know?
Yeah, well, that was part of the, that was kind of like part of the thing too when I stepped into doing like actual like porn, is I told myself like, I don't really want to shoot anything that I'm personally not, I wouldn't watch or be into. And that's kind of why like I don't really shoot with any like major companies. Most of the stuff that I do is like on the amateur side. And at least at that point, I have some control over like the content. And I don't know, like the guy that I was shooting on a regular basis with, it was POV, and it was more of like a comedic type thing, and it wasn't any
like comedic.
I don't know. Okay, so like the genre that I usually do in porn, I do a lot of like taboo. So it was like, you know, mom, son, like
can I ask you what's the like hype with stepson, stepmother, step whatever?
There's a huge uptick in it for no reason.
Like
I don't need you to be related.
It's like, why is it
I don't
stepson?
know.
And I'm like, why? It's unnecessary.
I mean, it's not real anyways. So.
Yeah, I know, but
I know,
it's like, and I feel like the average human can realize that it's not real. So it's like, why do you have to be kind of related to me in order for this to work? That's not. Have you ever been in like a scene where you're like, this is not going well?
Yeah, like this guy can't act for shit.
Or they're just like, you didn't feel comfortable, or maybe I don't know.
There was one. It was just a blowjob scene, and I literally sucked this guy's dick for like 40 minutes. I was like,
Jesus,
get it up, pal.
So at that point, are you waiting for him to like come?
Yeah, like it's hard because at the end of the day, you know, you're shooting for a certain like time point, but then you're like, you know, let's get this done with. Come on.
Wait. So before the scene, are they like, this is what's gonna happen? This is how long it's gonna happen? Or is a lot of it? Is a lot of it improv?
I like the improv a little bit better, but it's nice to at least know like a 4-story type deal. Like, give me this scene scenario and what you expect me to like act like or be like or whatever, and then I usually go from there.
Do they tell you like, because I've always
unless it's a custom.
What do you mean?
So a lot of the work that I do, more so on the fetish end, like I get a lot of like custom request videos, and that's where I make a lot of my money.
Oh fuck yeah!
Because I charge like per minute.
Oh jeez.
I would say you probably can like.
Yeah, if it's like a simple fetish, it's usually like $12 a minute, and then it's a 10-minute minimum for that. So
health. Yeah, dude.
So if someone,
we need to get into that.
You should, because there's a lot of like homoerotic like categories, and that's not like gay. It's just
they just want to see you do shit.
It's just like hot dudes doing shit, like you know, like. But the stuff that I've done, it's just really weird. Like I've been lucky because some of the customs that I get are just like so dumb sometimes. Like
what?
Okay, so like one of my biggest seller categories is sneezing. Yeah.
Really? Okay,
yes.
I could imagine like ASMR and stuff like that is like getting popular too. Sneezing?
Yes, sneezing.
Wait, hold on. No kind of like nudity involved, or like are you naked?
There are plenty of videos that I've done where I am nude, but there are plenty others where I'm not.
You're just fucking sneezing.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not always necessary unless they want it.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Oh, Yahtzee.
You mean blow my nose?
Yeah. What people find like, you know, arousing.
It's the internet era, man. Like at this point, if you could think of something, it's already online, and there's a community for it.
I heard for every like normal page on the internet, there's like 5 pages of porn for it.
Probably. Rule 34.
You should go on Clips for Sale and just look at the list of like categories that they have. Is just like crazy. Like some of the, like if I'm like, God, what do I need to shoot something? I'll just like look at the categories. And
I need
like,
some money real quick.
Yeah, basically.
All right, we're gonna go on our sponsor break real quick. If you're interested in sponsoring us, we'll be right back. If you're interested in sponsoring us, let us know. We'll be right back with Jasmin Jai.
like my website right now. And, like,
I checked your website out. It's actually very legit.
A lot of the like the content that I have.
Oh wait, talking to them.
Like a lot of the like the SEO stuff that I have to do. I don't know if you guys know about like linking and citations and stuff like that.
Backlinks and stuff to boost your
Oh my god. The citations part is like having to like list my business under every single. Are we allowed to curse on here?
Yeah.
Okay, like
fucking right. Yeah.
Every single fucking like directory that there is like possible, like, you know, Manta, Yellow Pages, Angie's List, like all that stuff. So I'm like having to put like list my business, but then code it correctly because some places don't like adult.
I would just pay somebody for that. I'm too
well,
lazy.
now I'm to the point where I'm gonna probably like go online and find someone like over in like, you know, India, or pay them like $5 an hour to do it.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. $5 an hour. All right, I do have a question.
Well, to them, it's like gold.
Got to move it overseas to, you know, keep down costs, you know, outsourcing. It's
well, I mean,
American way.
Have you guys ever read like the 40-hour
I
or
was
the
just gonna
4-hour
say
work
the
week?
4-hour work week. Basically the whole
Yeah.
premise of the book is you pay somebody in India to
Outsource.
do your shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just do outsource the shit that takes the most time and that you don't like doing. And
You're a
all
boss
the-
woman. I can
Yes.
tell that. Like,
I mean, you have to be. I think there's so many like lazy people out there today, and like the thing is like we're living in this era where you literally can be your own boss and like make up anything you want to and make money off of it.
yeah, it's weird.
That is
awesome.
very true.
What was your question?
Yeah. Now, we kind of spoke about social media earlier, and I just wanted to know, like, what was the uptick in weird ass DMs from like when you
I
started?
bet you get some weird
like,
DMs.
I'm calling like at least 10x. Am I still lowballing?
It's kind of funny because when I was starting to do like my streaming and stuff like that, I actually wanted to do a segment in there called like Dude of the Day or something like that, where I would just like read the random stupid messages I
really?
got. Well, not only from my DMs, but like also like all the dating apps that I'm on and stuff like that.
I know this girl who like screenshots all of her DMs and she posts them.
Yeah,
you should do that. Do you
I
get some weird ones?
Yeah, but well, the sad part is like I really feel like social media and like dating apps have really killed like dating and like how
Like social skills.
exactly.
Yeah,
like I mean, to be
yeah.
honest with you, the majority of the stuff that I do get is just hey, hi,
What do you do with that?
nothing. I go next.
You don't know, because like hi in a DM almost never ends
What are you
well.
like,
Like,
you're
you're
back.
Exactly.
It's
exactly.
like you're preparing to drop a bomb as soon as I answer.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's sad because in like most of all the profiles that I have for dating apps, like I list everything that I do because I'm very open and honest because I feel like there's a lot that I have to.
You like put your services on Tinder and like Bumble and all that?
Well, I got kicked off of Tinder, but
Wait, what?
Yeah, I know, right?
Tinder.
Some people
How? Is
are
that
haters.
possible?
Bumble's the way.
Yeah, I mean, I have a Bumble, but like I put out there that, you know, like, and I've kind of had to tone it down a little bit because some people like it.
Say what you gotta say. Say it with your
Okay,
chest.
so I put out there, I have a lot of things I feel that are like, that are against me as far as like dating goes. Like I'm a stripper. I've done, you know, I do porn.
Against you.
Yeah, they're working against me. I'm sober. I'm poly.
Wow, squad.
Yeah.
Sober.
Yeah, I have 8 years of sobriety, almost 8 years of sobriety.
That's
Squad up, yeah.
So that's a lot to tell someone like up front, like, oh, by the way, so like conventional dating, like normally most people meet people like out and about at a bar, but I'm not like in bars or clubs.
We talked about that last week because.
So what am I supposed to say? Oh, hey, I'm in, you know,
Hey,
like I'm this and this and this. Is that
what I
okay
would
with
do.
you?
I would just kind of like talk to them, and then when they ask what you do, just say I own a production company.
Yeah, well, I've had to start scaling
I'm a
back
trades.
and just saying I'm an entertainer.
We talked about that,
You
like
know.
on the first date. Do you like say everything, or do you
I
say nothing?
I prefer to just let them all know ahead of time because I don't want to waste anybody's time, really.
That's very-
Openness. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
It's commendable.
number one, like I believe in honesty and communication, and for me to receive that back from people, I have to like also give that, and I'm hoping that in the future, like people who have like spoken to me or dealt with me or whatever, me being so honest and open, that they'll want to be that way too.
Oh yeah.
So
It inspires the confidence, I think. Like if you're open and honest, then
Dude, like,
I'm more likely to trust you.
It's all on the
Like,
table. It's like,
Yeah.
oh wow, I'd rather you tell me all that than tell me nothing.
Yeah.
And yeah,
You know?
Well, it kind of like I feel bad for a lot of people because I mean I've had a lot of people like lie to me or like
I'd imagine like the porn industry, like, and then because I'm an actor, I know the movie industry is kind of schemy, and I can only imagine the porn industry being real schemy.
Well, I mean, I've met a lot of like awesome people. I think it's just, you just pick and choose who to work with. And I mean, a lot of us have worked with other people. So
Have
like,
you ever not gotten paid for a shoot?
Oh, fuck no. Like,
Okay, good.
I
I was gonna be
would
like, yo,
never.
pistols blazing.
If
like
I'm working with some,
Like,
I mean,
if you're gonna be, S-ing on a D,
No.
you better get paid for it.
no.
you know?
Well, I'm sure the same thing with like you. If you're going to work with someone you've never worked with before, I'm
Yeah.
sure you've done your research.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Or if you're not, then you're not being very smart.
No,
But-
no, I have, but like I've not gotten paid for some shit before. or,
Really?
like, yeah, but like a lot of the stuff they want, they'll pay you an experience, but then like, so I'm like,
I like
All right.
exposure.
That's when like photographers.
well,
will
if
reach
it's
out to
porn,
me.
I'm definitely not getting paid for experience. Yo, you're paying me if I'm S on a D.
Well, the problem with that is a lot of people are just so willing to do it for free on the guy's
porn?
end. Yes.
Oh, and the guy's end?
But
Yeah.
I heard like it's a lot more pain involved in that. Like when you're filming a set, like after a certain point, like I hear it's a lot of endurance. It's not, you know what I mean?
So like okay, so like
It's not a sprinter's game.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah, like it's not just like, oh, we're just having sex for free. Like
yeah, well,
you
that's
actually
what a
have-
lot of guys don't understand because I get guys all the time, and I actually wrote a blog about it, so I
What?
could just like send them a link, be like, here, because I get tons of guys like, how can I shoot? Are you looking for someone to shoot with? How do I get into porn? And it's like, dude, get a camera, get lights, and shoot it yourself. That's how you get into porn. And number two, like a lot of people don't understand is that you have to be able to either hold back on your orgasm or be able to like orgasm on command. And then on top of that, like you
that was
have to
one of my
get
questions.
tested. You have to be tested.
You have to be
Which
clean.
is
'cause-
dispelling all the myths for me.
expensive.
So like, are all the porn stars that are in these like, are they clean?
Yeah, like you're required if you are working with an actual like legit person, then you would be showing your test results and like
Oh fuck yeah.
I mean you can just you do most of the people in the industry do it with talent testing, and you can go to just like any like blood work place and get it done, and
Yeah.
you get it like you can get it like the next day, but it's like super fucking expensive. So it's like $200 every time I do it, and it's only good for 2 weeks. So if I shoot with
that makes
someone
sense
where there's
because-
fluid exchange, then that's something that, and if you're not
Do you
asking
make them
for
pay
that,
for it? Like, yo, if I'm gonna shoot this scene, I need you to pay for that.
I've-
$200.
no, typically, unless that's something. I mean, you could probably ask
Yeah.
for someone
I'm gonna
to
get
do
that
it.
into the
but-
contract.
yeah, but it's kind of just one of those things where it's like, well, at the end of the day, it's kind of a write-off.
Oh, taxes.
I mean, yeah, anything's really a write-off.
You're a
if you
business
Yeah.
owner.
really-
This is
yeah.
business expense.
This is what I call
Yes.
a pro gamer move.
It is. Like I was looking at I was like, I wonder if I could like write off my like root canal from a couple years ago, or like I mean literally like my car, my cell phone, my
Hell yeah.
computer, like editing software, computer lights, all that good I mean it's all part of like the job.
So like you can like write off these things.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking amazing. And I had no idea. Let's go shoot porn.
Yeah.
Not me and you. I'm just saying.
I know.
At
it's
the
like-
end of the day, I mean if anything, get yourself an LLC.
Yeah, my brother has an
Boo.
LLC. He told me the importance of it. I was like, yeah, maybe. Because like I could write off the cameras and whatnot.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Okay, so I once saw a video, not once, multiple times. Saw a video where
Actually
it
go
was
back to it
someone
regularly.
in
It's downloaded to your computer.
where it was a dude in an inflatable T-Rex suit having fake sex with a woman. And I
Okay.
say that to say, what's the funniest scene you've ever been
Yeah,
in?
one of the weirdest.
Oh boy.
It's like they're all running through my mind. How many? What do you want?
Maybe not so much scene. Like most of the weird shit usually comes with like an in-person session with someone.
I can imagine.
A
that.
what? An in person?
Yeah. So like if someone has a fetish and they want me to perform the fetish either on them or with them or whatever, like then they would contact me, and then they have to pay like my hourly rate for that. So like I've done like some like femdom stuff, which is basically me being
Beating
a bitch
their
to
ass.
them or beating their ass.
You fucking dick.
Yeah, basically.
Do you ever have like people like request you to like talk dirty to them, like just like or like talk like shitty about them?
Oh God. I had
No one's
this,
gonna fucking
this
love
is
you.
terrible,
Such a fucking
too.
dick, huh?
Is that a pinky? You fucking.
I had this one guy who actually wanted me to like put down his like daughter, his like
Wait, hold on,
his
what?
child, like, and say that like she was like a dumb bitch and like she was fucking ugly and that like I was better and more important than his daughter.
Did you
and,
feel bad? Wait, was his daughter there?
No, I mean, like, and he lived
I
locally,
hope
so he actually wanted me to like go to his house and like spit on her shit, and like he wanted me to like tell him to like rip up stuff of his, and
What?
I've dealt with a couple clients like that.
Father of
they're
the
like,
year.
You want me to rip this up, and I'm like, not really, but I mean,
like
if that
your
gets you off,
kids.
then yeah, rip it up right now, motherfucker.
Plot twist. It's actually
Yeah.
his crayon photos that he drew.
Do you ever? And I bet this is like a given, but do you ever like fake orgasms?
Are you kidding me?
Is it always? It's always.
Wait, okay.
fake
Do you ever have real orgasms?
Yeah, that's the real question. How is it like? What percentage to fake to real? Like, is it 60?
I'm calling
40?
Okay,
10%
so
real.
if-
Max.
if it's like a solo scene, if it was like a custom solo scene,
Like
then
it's
it's
you?
yeah,
You're driving your
then-
own shit.
Yeah, then usually it is mine. Now, if it was something that I'm working for somebody else, like a lot of times I just get away. It's so easy to get away with that. Like there have been times where I was like, I felt to myself like, God, this is like a terrible acting job. Like I'm doing terrible. And like afterwards they were like,
Watch it back.
God, that was so hot.
what you
Like,
learned in
how
the-
many times did you get off? And I was
In
like,
the movie
oh.
industry.
I
Yeah.
think because
better
it's
on
the
camera.
experience that it's still happening in front of them that they're so lost in the sauce that they're not even going to
I
notice.
think that's probably more of it. Like,
And-
but sadly, like what turns me on isn't usually something I'm gonna get in a shoot. So
Oh, really?
it's a little harder for that to happen.
I understand.
Yeah.
Do you have like a go-to orgasm? Is it?
It's hard because I'm more of a mental person. So unless they're gonna like take me on some like date and schmooze me, then you know.
No, it's all fake.
It's mostly all fake. There was once I know offhand where I did orgasm. So
Like one scene?
every blue moon I was like, oh okay.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Are a good amount of the scenes, would you say, in porn fake orgasms?
I don't know, because I mean there are a lot not girls in the industry who are like freaky, and that's why they do porn, because they fucking love sex. Not to say that I don't. It's just like different things for different people.
Yeah, different strokes for different folks.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, strokes.
But like the porn that you see where like girls are getting like the fuck like shit beat out of them and stuff like that. Some girls are into that, and that is just not me. And like,
You know that guy,
no.
James
Humiliation
Dean, the porn
genre
star?
and stuff.
Yeah.
He got in trouble because like a lot of the actresses, like after the fact, like they were
Mm-hmm.
like, he's like abusive. Like all of his scenes, he's like beating the shit out. Not
Wait, who is
Yeah.
this?
His name's James Dean.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, obviously, I don't know him personally, and that's kind of why I won't shoot with anybody in like.
Yeah,
more
dude, he's like
mainstream.
stepping on their head and shit, and it's like,
Yeah, no.
Why?
There's no way I would pay.
There's really no need.
no
Yeah.
money is worth
Yeah,
that.
just some issues, some internal issues.
Yeah. I mean, some chicks get off on that kind of stuff. I don't.
Yeah. So we're about to wrap it up.
Oh.
no pun intended. I wanted you to see, because I do have a fake orgasm voice,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted you to
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
rate it.
Wait a minute, a fake orgasm voice?
Not a
It's
voice, but
actually
like a
pretty
fake
good.
orgasm. I've been told it's pretty good.
Okay, well, let me ask you something. Have you ever faked an orgasm?
Nah, like when I have sex, I just do it around the house from time to time.
Oh, okay.
Just to be funny. But when I do sex, I I'm in it. Not
Do the
just for
sex.
me.
In it
When
to
I-
win it?
Yeah, like I'm not gonna. When I do the one around the house, oh fuck! Oh fucking shit! Oh fucking shit!
Most.
Is that a little over the top?
That's
or-
a little over the top.
Okay.
Most of the guys that I've worked with,
Oh,
it's
put
more,
the
most of the guys I work with, it's like, oh yeah,
yeah. The guys are always like,
or like, they're like, yeah. Fuck
I feel like
yeah.
mine is a little bit better, you know.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
really-
even mine is like not what.
Yeah.
I mean, you turn it off and on because it's
Is
like
mine like the stereotypical, like out of 10, where would you rate mine though?
maybe
35.
like a 7 or 8.
Okay. Oh shit! I like that.
Maybe if it wasn't so like Up,
It's
down.
so
quick.
do I go too loud? Should I bring it down
Yeah,
a little
maybe
sell it
more
more.
monotone for you. Yeah, more like serial killer
bit?
type.
Fucking like that.
Yeah.
People listening, because we have people that listen and don't watch. This is good, some good
Yeah.
ASMR.
They're
for
like,
them.
damn, I wish I could see his face right now.
Shit. So what you fucking like? All right, well, I'm gonna actually wrap it up, not like, you know, sexually wrap it up. If you need to find me on the line, I'm at Kody Bernier everywhere. This is
Malik _Notch. You can also find me texting rap lyrics under Lo-Fi Beats to chill to.
Lo-Fi Beats, dude. Don't
Lo-Fi Beats to
it's the
chill
shit.
to.
If you
Feel
ever
the
need to
mood,
just like
you know?
chill, go on YouTube and type in Lo-Fi Beats. It's just chill music.
It's gonna be some
Are
anime
those
girl on
some
there.
like some cool like frequency like type
Yeah,
stuff?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
It's like
That's all
it's
it
like
is,
study
lo-fi.
music, or like honestly, I
Oh.
put it on the other day and I just started napping. It was great.
That's
I actually
awesome.
don't use Lo-Fi Beats to chill to.
Okay, all right.
I'm a
Well,
fraud.
Where can people find you, ma'am?
Plug
Plug whatever you want to plug.
Yeah.
I'm
a
sorry.
lot of
Child, go ahead.
I have a lot of plugs. So I have a blog. You can find that at sexyadulting.com.
Boom.
My main website, which I am currently working on, so don't judge me, jjfetishporn.com. And then my clips for sale is clipsforsale.com, 74419. And you can also find me at jasminjstudios.manyvids.com.
You're on Pornhub too, right?
I am on Pornhub.
I
And
followed the links.
yeah.
I was
By the way, make sure that you spell it correctly because that's where you'll get fucked up. It's JASMIN
Ran into this issue as well?
JAI. Yeah.
there's one that's JAY. We don't like JAY.
Or JAE or
Oh, wow.
Jasmine with an E at the end, which is not me.
Wow, they're treating it like free real estate.
Yeah,
Yes.
you
And if
know
you
what?
want to find me on Twitter too, you have to actually put me in the search bar at www.twitter.com/Jasmin Jai because I'm shadow banned.
Shadow ban.
Shadowban. Fuck you, Twitter.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much for joining us, Jasmine. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to like it, comment that you liked it, subscribe. Oh, turn on notifications. That
Yeah,
means-
ring the bell. It's a
ring
big
it.
deal.
That means whenever we
Ring
upload,
my
you get like a thing. It's like, oh, they're not that I care, but they upload.
Subscriber.
Can't wait to dislike this later.
Yeah.
Save.
Well, it's like money.
Yeah, it is.
Cha-ching.
Yeah. All right, have a great rest of your week. We're out.
When the morning